Hey guys, and we're live. Um, oh, my brain just stopped. I'm sorry. Um, Tonight we've got me, Dusty, and Chad joining us. Deb told me to tell everybody her husband had a scare, a health scare, and they are dealing with that. For right now, he seems to be okay. But she's with him, and she may pop into the chat. I don't know. But that's, kind of what she's dealing with. She didn't want anybody to worry about where she'd been since she wasn't on the Reseller Wake Up this morning, and she wasn't going to be here tonight. So Chad is helping us out because Adam doesn't love me. And that's why I told Adam, I was like, if you don't love me enough, that's fine. I understand. Tonight we're talking about how to research your products, and we may touch a little bit on how to research for new products to sell. That may need a show of its own. I don't know that we'll have time to really get to that. So there have been so many questions, though, not just lately, but constantly about, how to research something and asking questions about, is this a good product? What should I sell this for? How much does this go for? Should I do this on eBay or Amazon? Et cetera, et cetera. So we thought that would be a good topic for tonight's show. Sorry, I'm trying to get my chat's not coming up in YouTube, but I was trying to say hi to everybody.
My computer's like on the edge of, like, I'm afraid to even have both tabs open. It's working right now, but if I go out, I'll have to leave and come back in.
I got it. I just had to refresh a couple times. That was weird.
That's one of the reasons I want to get Chad in here. Not that he actually knows anything about anything, but I want to get him in here because, like, if my computer messes up, you're going to be stuck like the morning show was for a week, just sitting there talking to yourself.
Right.
Well, if his computer messes up, it's going to kick me out. So.
I know.
Yeah, you automatically he automatically gets kicked out of Hangouts whenever anybody leaves or comes in. So this should be very interesting.
It is.
Maybe if none of us breathe.
I know. We're just going to sit here and nobody's going to touch anything, and you guys can just look at us. Ready? Go. Okay. Chad is going to actually do something pretty awesome for you guys. Do you want to tell them what you're going to do, Chad?
What I'm going to do is I picked up something. I picked up an item. It was like 50 cents. I have no idea what it's worth. I don't have any idea of what it's sold for. I don't have any idea what it's selling for. So, I'm just going to take you through a step-by-step of what I do when I get an item and I don't know what it is and how I list it. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today.
I think it's going to be pretty awesome. That was a great idea. Do you want to start with that, or?
I can. Let's see.
And this is for eBay, right?
Yeah, this is eBay. This is getting something, and it's also a good way to research. Say I'm in the store and I see this, but I'm going to be doing it on my computer. So, it's the same thing with your smartphone if that's what you want to do. Okay, I'll go ahead and do a screen share here. Let me know when you see what I'm showing.
There you go. It's a big deal. That's pretty funny.
Do what?
It pops up and it says it's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Since you're kind of a big deal.
Okay, so you can see it then?
Yeah, we've got it.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, this is called an Excalibur. Excalibur Knight Navigator. Okay. So it shows there's 20 active listings for it, but mine is not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. It's this one for $9.99. Buy it now. Okay. So that's telling me this is active listings right now. So typically when I punch it in, I'll just go ahead and scroll through and just see what things are going for. Here's one for 59. Here's one for $19. Here's some. I don't even look at these because I have the complete box and I have everything in it. And there's an auction one right there. I'll also look at these auctions. And here's one for $20 plus $8 shipping. Okay. Then what I'll do is, so at this point, if I'm in a store and if it's $1, I might buy it. I mean, for anybody that's new getting into it, I would not turn this down for $1 or, you know, maybe $2, because I mean, I'm the competitive type. I mean, I see this one here for $11.99 with $14 shipping. Okay, and here's the same one for $14 shipping. I'm probably going to set mine at $16, $17 with like $7 shipping. That's where I would go. But I'm going to go to sold listings. And right now, here's two of them that were both sold on auction. So what that is telling me is this isn't a very big seller. Let me go to completed listings. Okay, when you look through your completed listings, you can get a ratio of how many of them sell and how many of them don't sell through the life of an auction or through the life of a 30 days or 7 day or something like that. So we're looking down through here and none of these have sold. None of them have sold.
So it doesn't have a good sell-through rate.
It does not sell. There's two of them that sold, one for $5 and one for $2, and those were on auctions. Typically auctions are going to sell cheaper anyway. This is just one of those things that you can do this stuff with your smartphone now, so it's just not a very good an item to resell. I mean, there's only a few of them active, but there just is not any really. I mean, it's a really neat item, but I mean, this one didn't even sell for $14.99. This one didn't even sell for $2.50. That's pretty bad here. Okay.
Was his shipping high?
I'll give you $2.
$11.
Oh.
And this thing is pretty heavy. I mean, this thing would cost you $10 or $11 to ship it. It's too big to fit in a priority flat rate. You know, it might fit into a game box, but I mean that's large flat rate shipping. But I mean, it's just this particular item would not be a very good seller. I would not pick this up. You know, when I looked at the sold listings, it's like, or the active listings, and I'd be like, yeah, maybe, maybe a couple bucks. But now that I've gone through and looked at the sold, it's like this thing is going to sit here forever, and there's going to continuously people putting them on there for a couple dollars, start an auction, and they're going to sell. And it's just.
Somebody asked in the group today, they said, why would you, they said, why, and I think you're giving a good example of why. They said, why would you look at completed and not just sold only? And this is a really good example, because if you looked at sold only, you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's doing really good, whatever. But then once you look at completed and you realize, well, the other 17 of them didn't sell, then you realize, hey, it's a slow-moving, not very desirable item. So
well, and also, if you just, yeah, if you look at we've got 20 of them. I mean, you know, for an eBay listing, 20 results, and they're not even the same model. 20 results would be something you'd be like, ooh, that would be something I would, you know, there's just, it's not flooded, it's a good mark, and there's some really good prices here too that you could make some money, you know. That was my first impression when looking at this. I'm like, couple bucks, heck yeah, I'd jump on that. And then, you know, I go to sold listings, and there's only two of them that sold, and the maximum is $5. It's like, no. But
now,
you see, once
sorry, Chad.
Go ahead.
Did you look it up to see if it was on Amazon at all?
No, I did not. We can.
There's about 3. I can't remember. My screen's having problems, so I can't. Is yours black or silver?
It's the black. I've got the barcode right here. Let me jump over to Amazon real quick.
Is it ended 7619?
Heck, I don't know. Let me just type this in.
It's in office products. I love it when people do stuff like that. I can't sell toys during the holiday season, so I'll throw it in office products.
People are driving me crazy with some of the things they're trying to change things over to.
I have some socks right now that are an office product.
There it is. Currently unavailable. So they're...
What? Now, take the ASIN and plug it into Camel or, or if you have Keepa installed and see if, was it selling in the past and there's just aren't any now?
We do not have enough data to chart. Please check back. So it's not even...
So it hasn't sold enough.
457,000 in industrial and scientific. I think honestly that's going to be, and just for that specific item that he's showing, it's probably not real desirable anymore.
Yeah.
Simply
this
because
would be one thing that I would just probably, if I would have checked it, I mean it was like 50 cents or something like that. If I would have checked it, I probably would have left it, even at 50 cents, because it's just going to take up space. And, I'm not a long-term, it really depends on your business plan. I'm not a real long-term, I'm just not that person, If I can't sell it pretty darn quick, then
Yaya said, I just learned something today. Didn't know the difference between looking at sold and versus completed. And I'm glad you gave, like I said, I'm glad you gave this particular item as an example, because that is a perfect example of where the difference between sold and completed, two of them, 20 overall that didn't sell.
Right.
Well, that's one of the big things that I've always preached on is, everybody's telling the new folks, check your completed listings, check your completed listings, check your completed listings. I said, no, you need to take it a couple steps further and check those active listings too, because you need to find out if you're even going to be able to be competitive with the people that are on, that is on there right now. I mean, that to me is just as huge as looking at the sold listings. The completed listings, it gives you a good idea of the sell-through rate, but your sold, your research isn't done, your due diligence is not done until you check your competition. How competitive are you going to be able to be in your pricing and still make a good profit? That is, to me, one of the most important things, and I think that's why I sell a lot of my stuff really quick, because if I can get in it at a certain price, I can see where I can sell it very competitively, and I get quick flips a lot. So never just stop with your sold list. Don't look and see what stuff is sold for, because there may be 800 items that are just flat out cheaper than what you're going to be able to be with the profit margin that you need, and you're just going to end up sitting on it, and you're going to be ended up priced too high. So
and there's been times too when I'm listing something that I go back over and check active. I see all those good completeds or whatever, and then I go check active and there are none, and then you realize you're the only seller and you can pretty much put your price at the top of those, what you saw before in the completed.
That's what I did with that Galaxy calculator mini computer thing. I mean, it's just, I put mine higher than what any of them had ever sold for before, but there was none listed, and I sold it. And
that's my strategy. Is I'm never the cheapest for anything, and a lot of times I'm the most expensive, and people still pay it.
I'm all over the board. I mean, it really is. I can be just as quick with the flip, being the most expensive. It just depends on, you get trained to gauge your competition really quick. Like everything I just did on screen, I would have done with my smartphone in probably like 45 to 50 seconds. I mean, it's that quick. I can just, look, yes, no, leave it there. And I mean, it's that simple. I don't know how hard it would be. I mean, people are constantly saying they want to know this. It's like, aren't there a ton of videos? I would think there would be a ton of videos out there how to research.
That's what I
Right.
thought, but so many people keep asking, and people, have asked me to do videos on it, and, if we were specifically asked to do this as a topic, how to research products. So I don't know if there's not enough info out there that people trust, because you know how you get people that you trust. So I don't know if it's just there's not enough information about it from resources that people trust, or if they just aren't sure how to find the information. I'm not sure where the the kind of breakdown is happening. I have a board game that I was looking at when I told you to look on Camel to check Camel for that one. It reminded me that I had Camel up with something, so I can show that.
Don't do it.
Well, it doesn't want me to. Apparently now it won't go over there. Good gravy. Okay. Well, now my computer is doing nothing because I wanted to share something. Okay. Let me do my screen share here. If this breaks the show, I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, while we're waiting for that to come up, what I did not do, which is very important, on those sold listings and on the active listings, some of those items may be new in the box. That's why the prices may have been way up there. So you want to verify if your item isn't new and you see some going for really good money, you might want to click and check or have your preferences set up to where it shows the condition in the search panel.
Yeah, you can click off to the left and click in only the new results and whatever you're searching, or click used and it'll do that as well. And that screen that you were just searching in, I use Firefox, and I usually have about 6 tabs open, and that one is always on the far left. I don't know why, I'm a creature of habit, and that is pretty much always open on my browser, so that anytime I need to do any kind of research, it's already set to search completed, and I have mine set price plus shipping highest first, and I sort it that way. But it's already set to search completed, so I can just go over to that screen, punch something in, and it pops right up.
I think that what you guys were saying, Lord, let me click off of me. What you guys were saying about condition and making sure that you're checking the if yours is brand new in the box, making sure that you click the condition of brand new. I think that's something that a lot of people don't do as well, or they've got a used item and they're looking at completeds that aren't on par with what they have. Okay.
Well, thank God I didn't type anything in the side chat since you're showing us all your side chat.
Look. Oh, sorry. I was looking at it. It was like just going down it was just like kept going and going and going. It was kind of cool.
Chad, are you back, or are you still frozen with a grin on your face?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know. If you went to screen share and it froze on me, I don't know what it is.
It's so broken. Okay, this is the Uncle Wiggily game. And it's just some random board game that I picked up because I thought the box looked really cool. The first thing that I did was I went onto Amazon and just typed in the Uncle Wiggily game. And there are like a bunch of different editions, and there are, of course, multiple listings for each edition because people like to do that for some reason. So I had to find the one that was mine, and mine is actually this one, the 1976 version. So when I looked, there were only, the rank is not very good. It's ranked about 370,000 in toys. And there are 3 of this version available, starting at $24.99. I don't think Yeah, there is. That one is an FBA. Um, and the other two are merchant fulfilled. This one, the one FBA that's available for $24 is just in acceptable condition. Mine's in a lot better condition than that. I would say mine's very good condition. So I definitely would be higher than the $23.99, but that's kind of the first stop. Then I go over to Camel and see, check the price history. I try to take it down to 3 months at the max, but this one, it's a really slow seller, so it's been as expensive as $35 and as cheap as $8.50. And the sales rank is kind of, all over the place. But look, this bottomed out at almost $1 million. With the best being 16,000 in toys. It will eventually sell, I'm pretty sure. And I'll probably put it, just because I don't want it sitting there, I'll probably put mine at, I don't know, probably 35 bucks. Yeah. So that they get the free shipping. And it will eventually sell at $35. And to be honest, it'll probably sell faster than this one that's $24 collectible in the acceptable condition, just because mine is a lot better condition, and that $35 price point is just, you can't beat the $35 price point. Because they automatically get the free shipping,
Well, while you're in there, Danica, I need you to let's do this one, okay, through the Amazon way, because I know eBay, but this is the 1950s. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, that is awesome. It's the 1956 Clue game.
That is cool.
It doesn't have any barcodes. I mean, this is a good example. No barcodes or anything. I just know it's the 1956 Clue game.
All right,
once I saw on eBay, they were all saying missing the lead pipe, missing the lead pipe.
It was Mrs. Cleaver in the library with the lead pipe.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just tell this thing is old.
All right, so we're in toys and games. That's where it's going to be. So Clue board game 1956.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it'll pop up. Just put in Clue 1956.
So, and see, this is one of those things. There are two listings for the Clue 1956 edition. One has a 5-star review, a really crap picture. Guys, here's my little snarkiness of the day. This is not an acceptable Amazon photo. Okay?
Nice scissors and nice sandals.
Yeah. That is not an acceptable or
legal. There's a dollar bill. I'm gonna message you.
Oh my God, there is a dollar bill.
If you don't like my picture.
Is that dollar bill? That's awesome.
No, that's not mine.
Okay. Oh. Your rank is higher than mine, Chad. Okay, on this one, this listing is ranked 902,000 in toys and games. The pricing is $27.99 and up. That one's merchant fulfilled. What's your condition, Chad?
The box has got some shelf wear, so I'm not very good at the Amazon condition. eBay, it's like new. No, that was a joke, Dusty.
I got you. He's like, I'd call that like new on eBay.
Right. Would you say it's at least good or very good?
I would say good.
Okay, so good. These are all merchant fulfilled, which that's a good thing, for an FBA seller. The collectible good are $28. $38, $39, somewhere in between there, with the $5.99 shipping. But the rank on this one is pretty bad. So if we look at the other, I would look at the other listing, the one that doesn't have a 5-star, just to see if the ranking is any better.
Review at the 5-star, right?
Yeah, it is.
And I would actually take the time, which I don't normally do, if I was going to list on that listing, to take a correct picture and submit my picture change to where it looked like the one you're about to show, to where it looked a little more like that, which still isn't perfect, but it's a whole lot better.
It's a lot better. This one just has the one for $30, and it has no rank. So he's been on this one on his own. Basically, it's somebody that saw competition on another listing and created their own, thinking that they would be able to sell it.
Now, see, how much is that candlestick for? Because I can sell my parts separate.
Oh, okay. I'm just getting that.
Because on these older games, I mean, I think these parts might be worth more than the game itself if you part it out.
It kind of surprises me that the parts are on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know if that means they're actually selling, but
it's $2, $3, plus they'll be merchant fulfilled, so plus shipping.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put your ASIN in here and see if, see, this says not in stock.
So what are you missing, the pipe?
No, all the ones on eBay say they're missing the pipe, the lead pipe. I have it.
Yeah, there's no data for those.
So you killed the butler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
I wonder why they'd all be missing the lead pipe.
I don't know. They were all. Everybody's missing the lead pipe. Maybe because it's like skinny and it slides through or something. I don't know.
That was the most commonly swallowed item by children in the 1950s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the easiest one for them to swallow because it's just straight. Nice little bit of lead poisoning with your...
Because those are probably solid lead.
No, folks, that was not my Amazon listing. My pictures are much better than that.
Oh, guys, come on.
That was his legs, though.
That is. We need to, okay, hey, we need to take a screenshot of that listing and post it in the Reseller Society and say, what is wrong with this Amazon photo? And see how many people,
Is it the Flash? Yeah,
well, I mean, that's what we talked about. Presentation means so much in what we do.
Oh, gosh.
It's just...
Man, you need to throw that sucker over
Dusty did it in the dining room with that pair of scissors.
That's right. And the dollar bill.
Right.
Yeah, and the dollar bill.
And the stripper dollar.
So if we look on eBay, there are quite a few listings.
The completeds looked good though. Go to the completeds.
Are the completeds good?
Well, I mean, I sorted by highest price, so I didn't scroll all the way down to the crappy ones, but there's quite a few. I automatically default to price plus shipping highest first, and then I'll usually glance through. Like I see one for $75, I see one that sold for $38 plus shipping, and then I'll usually glance over and look at the date is the way I do it. Because like this
that was March 3rd for $75 plus free shipping.
Right, March the 3rd.
The condition of that, it might be new.
Mm-mm.
No, but they called it new because it's eBay.
It says used.
Hey, I'll bag up all my pieces and.
The pieces only went for $10. The one listing I saw for the pieces.
I'll shrink wrap it and call it.
It said, "Oh God, this item is in excellent used condition. The outer package is mint/near mint, and you guys saw the wear on that package.
It's not
right?
mint
Go
near
to
mint.
original listing. Go up and click original listing so we can see
And
that.
they have 806 feedback in their top-rated seller.
Well,
guys, that is not anywhere near mint.
There's tape on the bottom left corner.
When you got white showing because look at this. That is not mint or near mint condition.
Hold on, is that who I
Look at
think
the
it is? Is
scratches.
that his listing?
Retro Rat 2002.
No. Oh, I was thinking that was
Somebody in California,
the Star
Sunnyvale,
Wars guy.
California.
Or the Matchbox.
The inside looks good. That's not mint or near mint either, but the inside looks better than the outside, but yeah. Oh, guys, the lead pipe is not straight. That would hurt to swallow. Look at that.
No, the lead pipe is not straight. It's got a kink on the end.
No, that's a tire iron. It's not a lead pipe.
You know what he did? Look at the difference in the coloring between all the other metal pieces and the gun, the revolver. The revolver's all shiny and completely different.
He replaced
it with a newer one.
The butler replaced it.
Mm-hmm. But that sold for $75.
Actually, if you go to the very last picture, it shows all the little pieces.
Oh, does it?
Up close, yeah, I would say that's a replacement revolver.
Yeah, that revolver, that is not any. That would hurt to swallow that lead pipe.
That would hurt.
Or stick it up your nose. I mean, kids,
Here, let me show you what the revolver looks like.
Okay. Hang on, let me.
And see, folks, I mean, this is good research because I don't even have a revolver. Mine's a 45.
Oh, and he didn't say that. Did he say that he had? Nope.
Sneaky man.
I can't imagine it would be.
Looks like it is supposed to. I'm back on the Amazon listing. It looks like it is supposed to be a 45.
Yeah, that's a 45.
So
wait a minute. And in the picture on Amazon, they left out the lead pipe.
Hold on. Let me double check.
Well, there's a lead pipe card, so there has to be a lead pipe because I'm looking at the cards and it has the candlestick, the lead pipe, the knife, the wrench, the rope, and the weapon card is a 45.
Well, it says revolver. I think it says revolver on the paper, but it's not it's the 45.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean the picture on the card is
and
a 45.
Also on Amazon, it is not complete unless it has this. The instructions.
Okay, Larry wanted to know.
Yes.
Larry, we had a good question. Larry said, "How do you know if Larry Lafferty said, how do you know if parts sell?" That would be another example where we go back to that same search screen, and where I would start. Sometimes you can put the word replacement, but I would put 1956 clue part or parts. Usually it interchanges the S. And then just look at completed and see if there is anything. And it shows 2 completed listings. Can y'all still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
And it shows, it got real quiet. My computer glitched again. It shows 2 completed listings under the word parts. And it's some random cards, little miscellaneous pieces. Neither one of those completed listings sold. So you could put 1956 clue replacement. Probably can bring up the same thing. Okay, it shows all the little game pieces, the 1 die, and the 5 weapons, and somebody got $9.99 with free shipping. So in that particular game, when the whole game's selling for 35-ish complete, 29-ish complete, it doesn't look like. I mean, to me personally, it wouldn't be worth parting out the parts. If that was a super rare board game and mine wasn't complete, and the whole complete thing was selling for 150, then yeah, I would probably part it out.
And
what are you thinking of listing it for, Chad?
I think I'm probably going to get a hold of Jeff Davidson. I mean, this is absolute honesty. I'm probably going to get a hold of Jeff Davidson because after looking, I'm missing some parts. So I'm thinking of getting a hold of Jeff Davidson and just making him a killer deal because I know he parts stuff out. If you ever have any question, there's as far as games, there's a website you can go to. You guys know the website to check to verify what pieces are supposed to be.
There's a Facebook
I have
group.
to Google it.
If Jeff Davidson was a good friend, he'd be watching this show right now.
He's supposed to be. He said that's what he was doing tonight.
Yeah, well, Jeff Davidson is our resident game person, so if I ever have any questions about games, I always go to Jeff Davidson. Um,
You know, and just to back up for a second, when we were on that completed, I searched 1956 Clue, and we looked it up on eBay. Another thing you can do, if you go to the very top, and some people may not know this, and it says sort. Sort, if you're not sure what they sold for recently, sort in and put end date recent first. And then you see that on March 30th, which was like, that's today, somebody sold a copy of that Clue game complete for $14.99 with free shipping.
yeah,
You know,
and
back on March 25th, $18 plus shipping. So it kind of gives you a trending idea of what they've gone for recently, because you know they're going to show you a snapshot and completed. eBay is going to show you what, 3 months,
90 days, yeah.
90 days, yeah. So that gives you a little better idea of what they've sold for recently too, and sorting those completed by end date recent first. Sorry.
I don't think it's GameGeek.com. I think it's, oh my gosh. It actually has literally like a database of all the games, and it has like what parts are supposed to be to that game. And what about shrink wrap? Is somebody busting my balls about shrink wrap?
No, because Paul said just shrink wrap it. It's new. That makes it
Yeah.
fun.
Oops, I
In
didn't
its
mean to
condition.
swear on your show. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine.
Or BoardGameGeek.com.
Is it board game? I didn't think that was it.
I always have to Google it.
When I put in board game parts list, that's the first thing that comes up.
Maybe that is it.
Oh, Mrs. Murphy's House of Thrift said it was.
That's Sean's wife?
Said, oh, is it? No.
It is, yeah,
Is it really?
It's Board Game Geek.
Oh, no, that's not Sean's wife.
Oh, oops, we're trying to make everybody Sean's wife. Sorry,
That's
Sean.
Deb. Sorry.
Sean is my husband, too.
TheGameCrafter.com. Geek.
Oh,
Vintage?
Board Game Geek is if you need parts.
Yeah,
or you have parts to sell.
That's it. I'm calling Jeff Davidson. I mean, you know something? This is why we need him to watch every show every night of every week.
Well, how much you want to bet he's passed out because he was moving where he's moving the studios, and he said it was kicking his butt trying to put in the floor.
You know something?
Are you going to wake him up? Oh,
Jeff?
Lord. Bama came in at absolutely the wrong time. Oh, that's Jessica. Mrs. Murphy's House of Thrift is Jessica.
Oh, okay.
Jessica Murphy.
So if you you know, for those of you that have a smartphone, you can use the eBay and Amazon apps. I think most everybody probably knows that, but in case somebody doesn't, you can do this same kind of stuff, and you can go in and click refine on eBay. I think it's the refine button, and you can click completed only, or you can click sold only, and it will take those results that you searched on eBay, and it will sort them down to completed only or sold only. But it's really important to look at sold. I think that's being kind of obvious, but maybe it's not. It doesn't matter what people are asking. I saw a post today on somebody had a crystal bowl that they were talking about in the resellers group, and it was a really pretty bowl, and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, it's worth $50. Well, I went and looked. I couldn't find one that sold for $50. I found one that sold for like $20. But I think they might have been looking at active. And if you're going out and they spent $12 on it, which might be a big chunk of change that they didn't have a whole lot to spend, and if you're spending $12 that you don't have to spend and thinking it's worth $50 and it turns out it's only worth $20, you're not going to really be making any money.
I wouldn't spend $12 to make $20 anyways. But
I would.
That's mine. That's my business model. Some people, as long as there's $1 or $2 profit, they're happy with it. Now, if it's a replen that sells wicked fast, I might think about it, but I don't know.
It'd have to be
Okay.
ranked in the top 100 in toys or
Oh
something.
yeah, it would have to be. I mean, an immediate as
Like
soon as
I'm
I
gonna
get them
sell.
in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell 10 a day or something.
Yeah. Sean's dog likes me.
All right, I talked to Jeff, and he just got home. So
Making money.
sold
Oh,
that
I'm sorry.
American Girl doll. Um, he says it is Board Game Geek. He says what it is you can also get pieces there, but it'll also tell you about all the different games and the pieces that are required for the game. And there's Jeff. He just showed up. So
About time.
yeah.
Always late, Jeff.
I watched his
I'd
video.
say bring him on the show. We're talking about games. Everybody talks about games when it comes to games are big sellers, and I hate to
They
do
really
that to
are.
Jeff, but games are good sellers.
We'll have a night one night when we talk about games, and we'll have Jeff. I'll make him come on.
We talked about having Jeff on for something else as well. What was it? Was it affiliate stuff?
No, it's for multiple income streams because we still haven't done one about, some of the different income streams that you can, to utilize when you're doing, like different online income streams. And Jeff has how many,
Did you just sell 2 things?
Yes, sir, I did.
It's those rolling blackouts. They flipped the switch back on.
Right.
Oh,
I think everybody. Well, I don't know. I've been trying to watch and see who's in the chat, and I didn't see if there was anybody that had been asking questions lately. Did the things that we showed you in the screen, when we were sharing our screens, did that help, or did it create more questions, for people that weren't sure how to research or don't know how to research their products?
yes, please, folks.
Yeah.
No.
Ask questions, because you come into our groups and ask them, we'll say, go watch this video and don't get mad.
No, those are Skittles. Maureen's asking what's on the shelf. Those are dog treats when the dog comes in, so I can give her a treat and she'll go away. And peanut butter and crackers. Here's your little bolo.
Oh,
Look
I'm
at these.
echoing.
Find these are the new Orchard Skittles. I'm not selling them, but it looked like they were. I don't know how much they cost a bag. My daughter bought them for me, but it looked like you could make some money on Amazon. Go for it.
Have at it.
Have
I'm
at it.
echoing? Oh, it wasn't me that was echoing. It was coming through somebody else's.
It was Chad, because now it's gone.
God, Chad.
Yeah, was that me? I'm sorry.
Anyways, like, I mean, I know I said it in the beginning, but the whole point of doing this, I think people take it wrong when they ask, what does this sell for? Or should I buy this? That kind of thing. And when you see that question over and over and over, I don't want to say it's annoying because, you have to learn, but I mean, it does kind of get a little bit annoying because you answer it, and you say, hey, did you try this? And especially when the person that posts that question gets angry at you for asking, if they tried this or tried that when you're trying to teach them how to research things on their own, a lot of people just get mad. And that's why I stopped answering questions like that, because I was accused of being bitchy because I asked if they had searched.
And some research comes with experience, and there's tricks that you learn and all that. But I'll give you, for instance, yesterday, and I hope it's not anybody in the chat, and if it is, don't take any offense to this, but yesterday, somebody in, like, resellers, for instance, posted a picture of a set of Bose speakers, Bose Acoustimass 10s. And they said, well, I'm trying to look these up, and I keep seeing series such and such, and I don't know which series they are. Well, the only way, I happen to know a little bit about Bose just from selling them in the past, but if you can't figure that out, then go in and put in the words you do know, and then go through and look at each series. You know, you're going to see series 1 through series 5 or 6 or whatever it is. Okay, get you a piece of paper, go look at series 1 and see if they look exactly the same. I mean, I found it. I went and did it after they posted that and figured out it was series 2 in about 3 minutes because the woofer looked different on the speakers just by looking at their one little photo. I mean, you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to spend some time. I mean, if that were my item at home, I mean, I got lucky. It only took me 2 or 3 minutes. But, you know, I've spent 30 minutes looking up an item.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't put that in a group and then expect 10,000 other people. I mean, yeah, somebody might know it offhand, and that might save you a little time. But at the same time, that's how you're going to learn, too. Because while I was in there looking at bows, I learned how much they're going for, you know, how much they're selling for right now. That's the only way you learn is by doing research. You don't learn it by asking questions and having people hand you the information.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Google is your friend. I mean, when I'm trying to research or identify something, I Google it. I mean, I'll try to find something in Google to try to match or something like that. Not necessarily on eBay, but if I'm trying to identify something, like what generation iPod I had, it's like I have no idea what generation this is. I go to Google, I Google iPod generations, and I mean, it comes up and it's literally got pictures of each one, and it tells you what generation it is. It's like, okay, so now I know what generation it is. I go to eBay, type in iPod 4th generation, 25 gigabyte, and then voila, there they are. You know, could I have posted a picture of this iPod in the reseller society and said, what generation is this? It's like, really?
I use Amazon Flow a lot too. For like when I'm trying to find something, if it's not coming up, you know, like scanning a barcode, if you're not getting anything, that kind of thing. Then I use Amazon Flow. Just be warned that don't use it too much in the field because it is a battery hog. But it's amazing. It will find pretty much anything you can throw at it. You just snap a picture, and it pulls it up.
Yeah, but is that Android only?
Is it? I don't know. I only do Android phones.
No, it might be iTunes.
Flow is fantastic.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That's really cool.
Yeah, Flow is fantastic.
That was Amazon Flow was when they created their own little phone. Their phone had that built in it, right?
No, came out before the Fire Phone.
Because wasn't Deb going on and on when she tried the Fire Phone for a while about how cool it was because she'd take pictures of stuff and it would tell her what it was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they had Amazon Flow out before they put out the Fire Phone. But you know, like I said, it's a big time battery hog, but it's great for, you know, if you've got something and the barcode's not coming up and, you know, you don't want to, maybe your keywords aren't working or whatever, and you can just put it in. Or take, you know,
I have to go feed my cat. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Daggone it.
His cat?
Stop. Chris and Chad on Saturday night show. Chris and Chad did that to me. We're sitting there. Chris had a show Saturday night, and Chris goes, "I gotta go feed my cat," and just stands up and leaves. And then Chad goes, "Oh, I gotta go feed my dog," and they both just leave me sitting there in the little live show thing. And I'm like, really, seriously, like felt like Paul on the morning show. It was like, now I know how he feels.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep getting messages.
The Marlboro man had to go feed his cat.
Oh, FYI, Jeff Davidson is only wearing his Simpsons boxers. Shout out to Jeff's Simpsons boxers.
So back to how to research products to resell online and off.
There's an app for eBay.
You know, I think we covered eBay and Amazon, and a lot of times if it's an item I have, and if it's over, I mean, you kind of get a feel for what types of items. Like board games, I'll typically look at both websites. You know, if it's a collectible, weird type item, you know, that isn't normally fit for Amazon, it won't even bother to look over there. It just automatically goes to eBay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's new in package and I can send it into FBA, then I don't even really bother with eBay. It goes straight to Amazon. You know, so it's kind of, but I kind of try to dual research both of them because sometimes there's a big margin, you know, between the two prices on the two websites. You know, that's where Adam would have been good if he hadn't bailed on you, because I think he capitalizes on that and buys things off one side to sell on the other side.
He does. He buys a lot. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can say a lot, but he does source from eBay to sell on Amazon, and I can't really. I've done it like what either 2 or 3 times. I've bought something, but it was something that I was looking for, and that I was looking for something related to it, and I knew what the item went for,
right,
you know, on Amazon. So I went ahead and bought it and put it over there. But for me, I wouldn't really know, you know, the things like I know using Fat Fingers. I have the Fat Fingers app, and that's kind of hit or miss.
Right.
But that's pretty much it. I've not done very much sourcing from eBay to sell on Amazon. I'd like to, but it's not something that I have time to really learn right now. You know, I think it's genius, but
I've dabbled in it here, and I actually bought something. I bought something off eBay this week that I can flip to Amazon. And I don't normally do that, but it was an item that I ran out of that sells really, really, really good. I was the only seller, and I thought, let me get over on eBay and see if there are any. And it turned out there were some for about 1/5 of what I can sell it for on Amazon. And the guy had 16 of them left, and so I made an offer and got all of them.
Oh,
but
nice.
Typically, that was kind of a fluke. That was kind of exciting though, because I normally don't do buying from eBay to sell to Amazon or vice versa. So, I'll keep an eye out for more of that item, definitely now. It's a discontinued type item, so that's probably the only place you would find it.
Right.
Would be one of those 2 websites.
Well, that's something too, if if you've got something that you've sold on Amazon and it's discontinued, going to eBay, or searching for things that replens, like searching for one of your replens, seeing if there are any on eBay. I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
To check eBay for some of the replens.
Because it's amazing. I've had items that, like at Christmas time, I've had items that I didn't have time to get into FBA, before the Christmas rush, so I went ahead and merchant fulfilled them. And, I was trying to think of, I had one item last year and the year before, and so I would dual list them. Mm-hmm. and list them on both of them, which I hate doing because you got to be really careful, because if it turns out to be a hot item and you sell them all on Amazon and you don't get to your computer in time on eBay, or you're asleep, and then you're in trouble. But it was amazing though, on a lot of items. I've literally sold, and this was pretty regular, I would sell 10 on Amazon for every 1 I would sell on eBay.
Really?
These were like electric razors. One was a Minecraft games that were really hot not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. Mm-hmm. Some Minecraft toys. What was another one? Some Monster High stuff. Just every single time, 10 to 1 on Amazon versus over eBay.
Were they selling for the same price? Did you sell the one on eBay the same price?
They're selling for more.
On eBay?
On Amazon.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Were you
getting more on Amazon on top of that? So.
I love it. I love Amazon.
It just depends on the item. Now a collectible item you'll get more. There's a lot of items you get more for on eBay too. So.
Yeah, if somebody, I
How's
think.
Your cat?
Oh, my cat thanks you guys so much. She is purring away. But no, I think there's so many people that think I hate Amazon, but I'm telling you what, when I'm out and about and if I think it has potential in Amazon, I research Amazon as well as eBay, and my products that are really good for Amazon will make it to Amazon. So I think it's important to check all the platforms, you know, as far as selling. I don't know. Are you guys making fun of my kitty cat? My kitty, 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 kitty. What?
Nothing. We're just off making our own jokes. It's all good. Go ahead. You just
Oh,
take
if you guys out there
take
can see this private chat in here, it's
you just
pretty
take care
bad.
of your cat, Jay.
You would think differently of Danica if you saw what was written in here.
Meow. Oh, I couldn't just put it there. I mean, it was.
No, I think it's really important to, because all you're doing is you're minimizing your risk. You're bettering your chances of a bigger profit if you hit these big platforms when you research and to find out the best place to push it. If you're not doing Amazon, but you have something that's really good for Amazon, don't bring it to a Facebook group and post it for sale. Get a hold of somebody that you know that sells Amazon, and maybe you can make a deal with them. I don't know if the other groups allow like for sale posts, but most of these reselling groups aren't there for that. But get a hold of somebody. And we always encourage asking for help.
Yeah, please don't take, the fact that we're saying, that the help posts can get a little bit tedious. Don't take that to mean that we don't want you posting in our various groups asking for help. That's not what I'm saying. But you do need to try to do it yourself. There are a lot of posts that you can tell that they didn't do anything. There are even posts where people tell you they don't have time to look it up, and so they're posting asking.
I've got a good example. You want me to grab it? Okay. Okay. I was out and about, and we're going to talk about this. Some people may not have seen it. It's a painting of. I looked it up, Diego. I wasn't familiar with the name. I looked it up on eBay, and there was so many different Diego prints. Or art, different names, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I didn't post it in the group. I posted it in the admin chat of the Reseller Society. So we have all the admins and founders, and I posted a picture of the full picture, and then I posted a picture of the actual signature. And I said, can anybody help me out here? Time was, and you also kind of earn this with people. Yeah, I could have done a lot more research on my own, but you also kind of earn this with your circle of friends that are there to help you. And I posted it, and I think 4 or 5 of them actually at that moment was checking out, and Dusty and Ronnie both, I think, came back with the right signature. And we found out it was a very good artist and a really good print, but I didn't have my loop on me, so I couldn't check to make sure if it was actual real or if it was a print. After I got home, I found out it was a print, but it's not a total loser either. So just because something's a print doesn't mean it's worthless.
But you were out shopping when you asked about that too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was out. Sure.
Because it's a lot easier, when you're out and you do have a time constraint. That's something completely different. You looked it up and you tried to find it, and
right. But there was just so many, and I didn't even know where to go next.
No, what Chad does is he takes stuff like that, takes a picture, posts a question, says, "What do you think about this?" Puts it in his cart, and then he continues to shop while the rest of us do the research. No, and in all honesty, I see that in the group, not from him. I'm just kidding. But I see that in the group a lot. Somebody came back one day and they were asking about a pair of Nikes, and finally, after 45 minutes, she's like, "Well, I already put them back on the shelf. They're already gone." And it was like, really? 45 minutes and all these posts, and everybody's not wasted all their time, but everybody's gone and done all that. You didn't even bother to put them in your cart. I mean, you just left them on the shelf, and now they're gone. Somebody else got them.
And they were gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, and the time it takes sometimes to do that and to post a picture or do whatever else. I mean, if you and you get better over time. You could get on eBay and you could put in those keywords and you could figure it out. You know,
It's just try. You know,
that's the only way you're gonna learn.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to try. You can't just, you know, you can't just ask people to do it for you and keep getting spoon-fed things, because you're not going to get any better. You're not going to learn anything. You're not going to, you know, learn about different subjects even. You're just going to be stuck in that same rut, having to ask people over and over for help.
And you're gonna make mistakes. I mean,
Yeah.
I bought a pair of Nikes, and they were the invisible.
Oh.
They're nice, active, and there were some sold, so it was a good buy. And they are fake as fake can get. The ones on eBay were fake. The ones active listings were fake. The ones that were sold were fake. They just never made a green pair of the Invisibles. Never. But yet they're being sold. So I did my research and I did all this. But this was a cost. It was a mistake. It didn't cost me a lot, but it was a mistake, and I learned from it. And I mean, I posted it after I got home of what I picked up, and then sure enough, right then and there, Deb Pincher Peso says those are fake, and I'm like, shit. So, but yeah, I mean, and it's one of those things that's like, well, if I would have asked before I got them, but you know, it's just one of those things.
But you saw it, and how were you going to know until you got home and really
researched it? And you can go to eBay right now and look for the Nike Invisibles with the green. They're Invisibles. It's like the clear plastic with the green swoop. And there's some on there, and there's some that are sold. They're all fake because Nike never came out with a green one. So it's kind of bad.
Yeah, but what you said about making, mistakes, all of us make mistakes.
Sure.
No matter how long you've been doing it, you're gonna make a mistake. Know. But it's just a part of doing business.
It's knowledge. I mean,
even the mistakes, you still learn from your mistake. You learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes.
Exactly.
So don't
people
look at it as
grasp that though. I mean, they think that there's not enough room for me to make a mistake. Well, guess what? You're going to. So it's how you deal with the mistake. It is what's key when it comes to your business, especially if it makes it to a customer and you make a mistake. It's how you handle that. So,
Jeff Davidson doesn't make mistakes.
I can't say that I've caught him making one.
And Resell Ronan believes in exercising. What did he say? If you see an item that someone, I love you, Paul. If you see an item that someone posts and you do the research for them, you won't get anything from it. If the item sells or not, just use it as an exercise. I don't have time to exercise. Now, I enjoy looking stuff up for people in the groups because honestly, and that's what I wish people would realize, the more you research, the more you learn. You'll notice other items and you'll learn stuff that adds to your data bank as you go. So I actually enjoy doing it. But I do get frustrated when it's a very simple question that somebody could have easily, or it's a habitual pick or pass person, that asks over and over again, and they could have just looked it up, And don't leave unended variables either. I mean, don't say should I buy this or not, and not tell me what the price, what even the asking price is on it, because I can't tell you whether you should buy it or not. If you haven't even told us how much it is.
A picture of something, yes or no. It's like, really? Really?
And there's no price tag on it. You can't see anything. I mean, for all I know, they want $500 for it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
We're not even going to get into is this real or fake.
I can understand those to a point because some of them are really hard to tell, but some things that people post, is this real or fake? The stitching is all wonky and, the tag is like cocked sideways and
On stuff that's highly counterfeited, if you have to ask somebody, I would not do it.
Touch it.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I mean, it would be, I just, if I'm out there and I don't know anything about Lacoste or I don't know anything about Nike, you know, and if I have to ask, if there's enough in my brain that something might not be right about this, I need to ask whether it's real or fake, you might as well just put it back on the shelf.
I think a lot of people, it's just second guessing themselves. Like they don't trust themselves, or they've not seen, you know, maybe they're in a bad spot or something. They've never seen, you know, Burberry or whatever.
Well, but you got to understand, just because somebody can see that, they're not going to be able to give you, unless I have it in my hand, I'm not going to be able to tell you if that's real or fake. It may look good, it looks really good, but unless I have it in my hand, I can't tell her unless, you know, I have that Lacoste shirt in my hand, because I know what Lacoste feels like, and I know, you know, what the buttons look like up close. There's some really telltale things about Lacoste, the polos, the 2 buttons, it doesn't say Lacoste on the button. I mean, there's certain things that you can look for, and that's what a new person needs to educate themselves, are the basics of things like this.
Of researching things to resell. Yeah. Yeah. It's like Super Troopers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But you know, if it's, just don't spend a lot of time. I mean, do spend a lot of time doing. I mean, you have to make quick field decisions too. That's the biggest thing. Sometimes you have to make a yes or no decision quickly, and just keep moving. And if it's something like you said that is easily counterfeited, and your gut tells you no, then and the reward is not there for the risk. You know, if it's a, you know, I've seen the Lacoste thing. It's a short sleeve Lacoste shirt used, and they sell for what, like $19.99. Market's kind of flooded on those, and you're having to ask if it's real or fake, and they want $9.99 for it. Pass it. Don't pick up every item just because you can make $1. You will, and I can speak from experience, you will absolutely bog yourself down with items that you're only making a couple bucks on, and you're missing all the good stuff. And I did that for years, and I had garages full of that stuff. And then you'll get to the point where you don't even want to list anymore because you've got so much little stuff you're not making any money off of.
Yep.
You know, if you have to ask on something that little, you know, and it's that questionable whether it's real or not, just pass it over. Move on. There'll be something better on the next time. Raymond
Talutiki just says, no balls, no baby, take the chance. You know something? If I'm talking to a brand new seller, you need to minimize your risks.
Listen for it. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. What?
You need to minimize your risks. Oh, congratulations.
Dude, you looked like you were about to fart. Like you were all leaning over. And
I was taking an offer on something that I've relisted 3 times now, and now I'm like, the heck with it. I'm taking the offer. I want to be done with it.
I didn't know what
Raymond, it really depends on who you're talking to, you know, when you're saying take that risk, you know, because the veterans, you know, they get that gut feeling, you know, and that comes with experience. We take chances on a lot of things. What is Danica, guys, I'm gonna hold on. I need to screenshot this chat. You guys, you guys only saw the stuff that Danica is saying. You'd be like,
Dusty!
It all started when you said you had to feed your cat, and I just keep it going. Like every 5 minutes, I'll put meow or make some cat joke in the side comment here.
You make yourself blush, Danica. She is horrible, guys. I'm telling you.
I can get her from going so serious to like trying to keep a straight face. It's so easy when you figure out which buttons to
is. I am easy with stuff like that. Laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing.
Yeah.
I agree on the minimizing risks though for the noobs, especially ones that are starting this and doing this because they really need to get some money coming in. You know what I mean? That I would be happy seeing them take very little risk because it's so easy to get off track. It's like so easy to get discouraged and things like that if they get too many losses and stuff. I would rather new sellers take zero risk really and go with, you know, tried and true type of things than to see them take a risk and lose over and over and over, get discouraged and quit, you know.
And one thing is about 20, 30 minutes ago, Beth C said, how about the people who post a picture of a glass piece, etc.? They need to learn how to use Google as well. If you're new, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I've been doing this for a whole lot of years, and I don't know glassware. I know minimal that I've picked up over the years. I still don't touch it. If it's not marked, if it doesn't have a brand name, and maybe I'm passing up some money, and there's going to be people that will argue with me, and this will be controversial, but, I mean, that's an area. I see so many people that pick up like random pieces of art pottery, and I see that in the groups a lot. And it'll have a maker's signature on the bottom, and they'll say, "What do you think this is?" I'm telling you, if it's got something like that, or if it's unmarked glass, even if it's depression glass, whatever, if you're not familiar with that kind of stuff, that's an area that takes years to learn, and there's people that specialize in it. You're gonna, me personally, you can do what you want. I skip the glassware section in thrift stores except to look for coffee mugs. And even then, it's only like Starbucks or one that I think is cool for the house. And I'll only spend a couple minutes, and I'll really skim through them even in that section. But, you know, I see so many people. Shut up, Chad. I see so many people that try to do glassware and try to do unmarked items. And when you have an unmarked item, it's going to be tough to do research. And it's going to be, unless you figure out exactly what specifically brand it is, it's going to be tough to list.
I walk right past glass too.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I've had people argue, you're passing over so much money. Well, you know, then it turns out they're a depression glass collector. I mean, they've done it for 20 years or whatever. It's a tough.
Well, I mean, and if
learn.
you don't stay on top of the market, if you don't stay on top of the Fenton, used to bring a whole bunch, because I used to go to auctions up in Indiana a long time ago, and you could get Fenton and make good money on it. Now, it's like some pieces don't even sell for $3. It's like, what happened to the Fenton market? You know, I mean, if you don't stay on top of it, it's, and you got to know how to check for cracks. I mean, the people who are buying these are almost as anal as record collectors.
It all looks the same to me. Glass does. You know, it all looks the same to me. I know what I think is pretty, and that's about it. You know?
Paperweights that are Sinclair paperweights, stuff like that, you know, that I'm somewhat familiar with, you know, stuff like that, I'll look into, but yeah, it's just glasses. I respect anybody that can, and I know Will, Terminal 99, he does a lot of like stuff like that, like the lamps. Lamps are huge money if you know what the heck you're doing. I don't.
And it's another one of those that I don't. So I typically skip over that type of stuff, and I go with stuff that I am a little more familiar. I mean, I branch out in a lot of territories I'm unfamiliar with. There's so much research to be done when it comes to glassware, or like you said, lamps or whatever else. There's so much research. I mean, you're going to bog yourself down. The next thing you know, you've fallen down a rabbit hole. I mean, you might have learned something along the way, but you can easily fall down a rabbit hole and spend 3 days listing one item. In the end, you only make $20. That was a little extreme, but you get the point.
Swamp Picker asked if the library has any good books for research.
Yes.
And I would say for sure, especially if you're talking about, you know, vintage items, antiques, glass, you know, that kind of thing. For sure. Any kind of collectible.
I mean, it's
much,
all
I would
online,
say.
but if you're the reading type, I mean, you can get these thick books, these antique books. They put them out annually, you know, stuff like that. I mean, if you're a book person, you can do that, but I mean, they have the same stuff. I mean, they have specialized, you know, like Facebook groups or websites or something like that. There's always, it doesn't matter what it is. You can find a Fenton Facebook group and learn everything you want to know about Fenton. You can find a Fenton website with everything you want to learn about Fenton. The forums are really good when it comes to learning like specialty, like antique radios. There's forums for that kind of stuff. for your research. I'm a member of many antique radio forums, just Allied Military Forum, you know, for military stuff. Everything has its own, you know, everything's got its own forum or website or researchable database, or, I mean, man, I love the internet. Oh my gosh.
And if you don't like to read, watch Antiques Roadshow. I love that show. I learned something. I mean, how can you not learn something on that show with all the weird stuff that they have? I mean, get on YouTube. You can watch free episodes of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Murphy says make sure your book or article is fairly current. Not necessarily, because maybe with the price or something like that, but if you're doing the antiques, if you're researching, you're learning how to identify, you're learning how to train your eye to an item, a specialty item. When you see it, you'll know what it is. You know, and as far as price, yeah, you want to stay current, but as far as for identification purposes, for learning about this stuff, you know, you can go back 50 years and learn about this stuff, whatever it is.
Well, yeah, as long as you're not looking at pricing, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On how old the information is. If you're just trying to learn to identify things, I don't think it would.
Well, I think that's key. I think if you're wanting to learn something new, you know, I think the first thing is this, and this is what I've always said. You need, okay, the level of experience that you have when it comes to doing this is, you know, how many things are you passing up when you're walking down an aisle in a store that can make you money? You know, that's not catching your eye, because that's really key. What is that?
Do what?
That's really key. What is that?
What?
It's really key that, you know, that you're not passing up items that'll make you money. I think that the identifying something. What the hell is that?
Why do you keep stopping?
Because I'm hearing something and I forgot my radio's turned up.
Listen, don't pass stuff up in the aisle.
Oh my goodness, Queen City Picker. I like the $3,000 bowl the owners were using as an ashtray on Antique Roadshow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Like this one lady, she goes, yeah, I had this holding my umbrella. It was one of those porcelain vases. She said, yeah, I was using it to hold my umbrellas. You know, it was knocked over a couple times, and it's like $65,000.
I just crashed.
No, you
didn't. You're still here.
I was like, oh, well, he said that's what he would say when his browser crashed. We'd be able to hear him do it. It's almost 8:30 anyways. I hope that this was helpful, guys. Like I said, the point wasn't to call anybody out. It wasn't to, you know, discourage you from, you know, asking for help. None of that stuff. Please don't take it as that. It was just to show you how to start the research on your products. You know, those are the first steps you need to take. You may need to go into it further. You may need to dig a little deeper, you know, on certain items, and that's just something that you'll get the feel for as you do it, but you need to do it. You need to do your own research. You need to look at the pricing on your own. You need to try to figure these things out on your own, or else you're going to be stuck forever trying to, you know, asking people to do it for you. If you don't learn how to do it on your own, you're going to constantly be posting in Facebook groups asking people what something's worth. Should you buy this? You know, that kind of thing. And that's all we're trying to do, is nudge you to start to do your own research and trying to show you how to do your own research. If we didn't, you know, if there's still a question that you have about researching products, put it in the comments section. I check the comments, on these videos that we put up, I check them all the time. I'm more than happy to help. If you've tried and you can't do it, then I can help you, to take the next step, or point you in the right direction. I won't do it for you, but I will help you learn how to do it. So ask. It's not going to hurt to ask. If you get stuck, it's not a bad thing for you to ask for help. So thank you, Chad, for coming on with us tonight. Dusty, thank you as always. And on Wednesday, don't forget, we've got the 100th episode of the Reseller Wake Up. That's just going to be, I think, just a whole day full of big giveaways and stuff. The meet and greet.
How long is he going to do the show?
It's going to be a 2-hour show, I believe.
Oh, he should do the show all day. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the show all day.
Like an 8-hour Toadcast, and just have people just getting in and out kind of thing.
Okay. I was going to say that's going to be Paul, because I can't sit there for 8 hours. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. There's going to be all kinds of people, from the past, and it's going to be really cool.
Cool.
We've got the meet and greet Wednesday night. Thursday night. What do we have Thursday night? Collector's Catacomb is Thursday night. Friday night, or Friday, we have the Reseller Wake Up, Toadcast, and then there's too many shows now, guys. I can't keep up with all the shows. Doesn't the Reseller Society have a file with the shows? Or did somebody suggest doing? I think somebody suggested doing one.
Yeah, I think somebody's going to do it. But I do have an announcement.
Go ahead.
Man, everybody's going to... Oh, man, we should have been doing this a week ago. We are having, on Wednesday the 6th, I think it's the 6th. Man, last time I talked about it privately, I screwed the date up. It is the Wednesday the 8th. I'm sorry. Wednesday the 8th, we're having a private... Well, it's not really private. It's for the members of the Reseller Society. We have Chris Green coming on and talking about motivation, getting motivated, and just a good, rounded, what was it, Dusty? Shoot.
What was what?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
What's
I forgot.
Chris Green coming on to do?
He's coming on to he's coming on as motivational speaker, and he's the 18 ways to sell on Amazon. Is it 18 or 12? 12.
I haven't heard all that.
12 ways to sell on Amazon. Yeah, I believe he's giving away a copy of his book also.
Sweet.
Yes.
Sweet.
Big expensive book.
Nice.
But yeah, we're really excited about it, and we should have been promoting this a week ago. But yeah, we're really excited, and here in the near future, we're going to be having Jason Smith come on and pretty much telling the story from when he started picking to how, he ended up making that transition, getting a TV show and stuff just his story, because it can happen to anybody. It really can.
Mm-hmm.
So he's excited about that, and he says yes, he'd love to come on and tell a story and stuff like that. So the Chris Green, it's not really going to be the meet and greet. We're just using that time slot for him. It's actually sponsored by the Reseller Society. So we're excited about it.
That's
so it'll
awesome.
be Wednesday on the 8th at 8 o'clock Central Time.
I love Chris.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, if anybody's talked to him, I mean, he's just personally, he's a really good guy.
He absolutely is a good guy. I've asked him stuff, and he's just answered like it was no problem.
No Pickers Church on Easter, by the way. Is that this weekend?
Oh, I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that.
That's Easter's this Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go buy Easter eggs.
Yes, Easter is this
Yeah, we need to recover.
Well, it's early this year.
Bill
It's usually the second Sunday, but it's the first. Okay, So thank you for watching, guys. I will see you guys again Wednesday morning. Don't forget, that's going to be awesome. 100th episode. Like I said, if we didn't answer your questions, put them in the comments below once this, after the show ends, and we'll get back to you.
I know one of the big, huge giveaways that Paul's given. I don't know if you know what it is, but I know what it is, and it's awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple that I was just like,
guys. Yeah.
There's a couple of them that I was like, holy cow! I have 4 things, so, and that's just for me. Adam's giving away 3 ungating services.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, so. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yep.
So we will see you guys Wednesday morning for that. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.